Okay, so let's do for problem number 37 in your textbook. They give us the point P, which occurs at 0, -2, and they give us the point Q, which occurs at 3, 3. And we just need to find, they ask us to do two things. They want us to find PQ, which is really the distance, right? And then they ask us specifically to find the midpoint of PQ. And so you could just label these. This is x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. I'm going to do the distance first. So the distance is just a formula. All right, we're going to say x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. Okay. And then, God bless you, we just plug it in. So we're going to say b is equal to the square root of, what's x sub 2? 3. Minus x sub 1. What's x sub 1? 0. God bless you. Plus, what's y sub 2? 3. Minus, what's y sub 1? -2. So we're going to say minus -2. And so Mr. Adams likes to do this. Now the reason we call that Tatum's notation. But basically what I'm doing is I'm reminding myself by writing it that way that I'm adding the 2 because I'm subtracting a negative number. All right. So that's a little thing that Mr. Adams has done through the years that helps me to remember what I'm doing. Well, anyways, I've got this becomes 3. 3 squared is 9. That's good. This becomes 5. 5 squared is 25. Or, is that 34? All right. And I don't think that could be reduced anymore. And I don't have my fancy teacher book with me that has all the answers. So we're going to flip to the back of the book and double check because that is not a problem. Does that approximate to 5.8? 5.8? Yeah, that's about 5.8. I suppose I could double check it. Okay, so actually I forgot to say this, but the textbook said round to the nearest 10. So I'm going to hit second square root of 34. Okay, and then come out and hit enter. Can you guys see that way in the back?
Yeah.
All right. So it's 5.83 and some extra stuff. Well, since it only wants us to go, this is approximately 5.83 and then some other stuff. Since we're supposed to round to the nearest tenth, we're interested in that. That's the nearest tenth, sort of. And we have to determine how to round. So we go to one decimal place to the right. Since it is less than 4, we round down. So what we would say is that the distance is approximately 5.80, but we don't write the 0, right? We have to choose. Is it going to be 5.80 or 5.90? It's going to be 5.80. Does that make sense? All right, let's do the midpoint. Sweet. Let's see here. So I'm kind of running out of room, so let me just do it right here on the bottom. So the midpoint is just going to be x sub 2 plus x sub 1 all over 2, comma, y sub 2 plus y sub 1 all over 2. Okay? And so if I do my x's, I'm going to have 3 plus 0 all over 2, comma, 3 plus -2 all over 2. That's going to be 3/2 or 3/2, comma 1/2. And so we're going to double check the back of the book, and that's correct. I suppose you could write that as a decimal if you want. You know that 3/2 is 1.5, and 1/2 is just 0.5. You could write it like that as well. Okay? Any questions on that one? Moving right along.